Good morning, everyone. Good morning, WrestlePool fans. Not so happy Saturday morning to you. We are coming to you live on the WrestlePool YouTube channel to talk about all things the fallout from SmackDown. I'm Hosier. You can catch me on all forms of social media at MJH_WrestlePool. And I believe my friend Bear is here. Bear, are you here?
Hey, we are here. What's up? I'm Chris Bear. You can catch me all social media, or no, not all social media. I just do Instagram at Chris Bear_WrestlePool. Wow, what a what a SmackDown we had last night. You want to walk us through what we witnessed last night?
All right. So first of all, it was a great SmackDown. Just to quickly hit, the Bailey turn was done so beautifully. She killed that promo, and she absolutely made that story totally worthwhile. I mean, it's been worthwhile to build, but it's been unbelievable to watch.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. They did everything right with that, 100%. The promo was incredible. All and the little pieces of it leading up to the promo, even like the little vignette they did backstage where Io, Asuka, and Kyrie were talking, and then all of a sudden Bailey came into the room like without them knowing. Bailey breaking out Japanese. Well, I was
Yeah, that was
shocked.
stunning.
I was like, what just happened? But yeah, Bailey breaking out Japanese was kind of incredible. So I loved everything that they did with that. I love that we're going to get Bailey and Io. Now, my biggest question moving forward with that is, which Bailey do we get? Who is this new
Hug me.
Bailey?
Hug me.
Bring back Hugger Bailey. But yeah, what is this new Bailey that we get?
All right, and then there was a lot of other good, but we'll save some of the other moments. But we have to spend most of this time talking about the debacle that was the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns segment. So Cody comes to the ring. Well, first Roman comes to the ring, absolutely shits on Seth Rollins and that title. Absolutely carved him up and spit him out. And then Cody Rhodes' music hits. Down comes Cody, and we're all expecting the inevitable. I want to finish the story versus you at WrestleMania on night 2. And he comes down and he says, so what do you want to talk about? What does finish the story actually mean? Does it mean me just taking the title from you, the title that my father had in his hands that was taken away? Or does it mean taking everything away from you? And then he proceeds to say he received counsel and that he is going to come and take everything away from Roman Reigns. And then he said, not at this WrestleMania. And my heart fell to my stomach at this point. And then the Rock's music hits. And The Rock comes down to the ring. Rock extends his hand, shakes Cody's hand. They hug. Rock whispers in his ear, hey, kid, this is what main eventing really is like. I'm sorry, but you've been bumped. Now get out of my ring. And Cody walked out of the ring dejected. Rock and Roman had an amazing stare down for about 10 seconds. And SmackDown went off the air, and I was left feeling dejected, Bear. I'm not going to lie. I was feeling super dejected about what I watched last night.
Yeah, it was. So I don't know how I felt in the moment other than just pure shock and other than just like I don't know anymore, right? I was so sure, right? Like you asked me going into that promo, you were like, we have no doubts, right? This is Cody Roman 2 at WrestleMania. I was like, no doubts, 100%. This is Cody Roman 2 at WrestleMania, and that's exactly where I thought the entire promo was going. And then all of a sudden, Cody was like, but not at this WrestleMania, and I went, her. And so I didn't know, honestly, I don't know how I felt in that moment, but I do know that I may be in the minority here, but I actually like this. I really like, right? Like, this has been so, one of the things that I've said about the bloodline storyline and everything with Roman is it's been so predictable. You can predict it to a T what has happened. This is the first thing that has happened, in my opinion, that is super unpredictable and out of left field, and I love it. What do you mean it's not going to be at WrestleMania? Okay, cool. Where is it going to be? Are you giving up WrestleMania this year and we're going to WrestleMania 41 next year with Cody and Roman? Are you going to be, is this going to be happening at the Elimination Chamber? Is it going to happen at SummerSlam? Is it going to happen at Backlash? Like, we have a massive Money in the Bank in France. Is it going to happen there? There's so many questions now as to what this means. And as a fan of the story and finishing the story and all these things, I'm excited because I don't know what's coming next. I don't have, right? Usually I have to watch because I want to see the thing that I've predicted to be right. I'm not watching this story anymore to do that. I'm watching this story because I don't know what's coming, but I want to know what's coming.
So. I'll tell you what, one thing I always love about you is your optimism. You always manage to see the positive in this. This is very simple to me. Cody got bumped. With the Vince McMahon allegations and CM Punk getting hurt, they panicked. They needed a big moment on night 2, and they went with the biggest possible moment they can get. And they called up Rocky, and they said, or Rocky called and said, I'm doing the main event. We need this. And this was an Endeavor move.
I don't think so.
This was not the plan. You do not have the Royal Rumble winner not be able to pick the opponent. That just doesn't happen. Now, he can pick it earlier, and if he comes out Monday and he declares when he's going to challenge Roman, I'm fine. If he would have said, I'm challenging you here last night, I'd have been cool with them then pivoting to the Rock and Roman, because Cody said, you know what? No, I'm not going to face you now. Right. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to do it here because Survivor Series will be at Madison Square Garden in November. Let's just say that that's the case, and I'm going to beat you where my father should have won the belt. Cool. He walked out of that ring looking like a puppy who just got scolded for pooping in the house. That's what he looked like last night. There was no way this was the plan going into the Rumble, because if that was the case, you have Drew McIntyre or somebody win the Rumble that was going to face Seth, and then you do this anyway with Cody approaching Roman.
I disagree that this wasn't the plan. I think this was the plan. I also disagree that Cody walked out of the ring like that. I actually think Cody walked out of that ring looking like a class act, looking like he
had no choice.
Well, no. I mean, I don't know that. I don't think that this was not the plan. I believe that this was the plan the entire time. This was obvious because it's hard. Do you understand how hard it would be if this was not the plan, to scramble to get Rocky to be able to do WrestleMania and do everything that he's going to have to do over the next 6 to 8 weeks, you know, to build up to this match? Like, do you understand scheduling wise and all these things? Like, it would have been impossible to line this up. This has been the plan for the past year at least, because that's how long in advance you have to be able to schedule The Rock. Like, that it's just the way it is because of who he is in the world, with almost 500 million followers on Instagram, as I learned last night. But I don't think Cody walked out of that ring looking. I think Cody walked out of that ring looking like the bigger man last night, saying, hey, there's something bigger going on here that I have to step aside for. I'll get my moment, and I know I'll get my moment, but I'm gonna be the bigger man. I'm gonna step aside for this. I'm gonna let this happen, and then I'm gonna, and then he'll go, yeah, listen, and that's but
I think Cody left that ring, rounded first base, and headed to center field. Okay, that's what I think he did, and I absolutely think this was a complete PR move. And look, 2 things. Number one, I know Rock Roman is the biggest match that WWE has in their back pocket. This is their complete ace up their sleeve.
Yeah.
To me, this wasn't the plan. You don't put Rock Roman on a card that you've already sold out. You put Rock Roman at the top of a card for a WrestleMania that you haven't started selling tickets yet. That's number one. Okay. Number 2, we as wrestling fans watch every week. You and I watch every week. We sit on your couch every week and we watch wrestling. We invest in these people.
Yes, we do.
We are totally invested in what Cody Rhodes is doing amongst many others across many promotions in professional wrestling.
Right.
Cody was the redheaded stepchild this last night. He walked in there not being able to pick, and now you want us to invest in two part-timers that are going to main event that you're giving 63 days to build for. That's it. When this could have been a story that goes a long way, you are now going to compress this in to 60 days. Roman's going to beat The Rock. Roman's going to beat The Rock because they're also eyeing Hogan's record for that title. So now what?
Right.
Roman's not going to defend the title till SummerSlam? It's just absolutely, it's asinine to think that this is what they did. This is totally Vince. They need good PR coming from Vince, and this is CM Punk getting hurt because they weren't comfortable or confident in any other night one main event. As much as I think Bayley and Io should main event because of the story, that's not how Endeavor is looking at it. That is completely not how Endeavor is looking at it. They want the biggest match. So now they're going to have Cody go back to Raw, tuck his tail between his legs, and said, you know what? I want to be the best number 2 in wrestling. Because Roman shit on that title. That title now just went from here to here based on what Roman said. Because you know what? He's absolutely right. So Cody wins that title. Well, are they going to go back to unifying 3 titles now at WrestleMania?
No. I don't think so. But I also don't think that Cody's challenging for that title against Seth. I still think Cody is challenging for Roman's title. It's just not.
So then what is your biggest babyface doing at WrestleMania? He's going to have a side match? Wrestling a side chick?
I mean, no.
Absolutely. He's facing Seth.
So or he's facing Roman at Elimination Chamber.
Then why not do that last night?
Because if you do that last night, you take away from that moment between The Rock and Roman. If you say I'm going to face you at Elimination Chamber,
look, they could have opened up the show with Cody and Roman and do that, and then Roman could have came back out, cut a promo, and then The Rock comes out about WrestleMania.
Sure, but why do everything in one show? Why can't he go to Monday Night Raw or why can't he go to SmackDown next week, or why can't he go to the Thursday press event and we talk all the time about they are invested in long-term storytelling. They are not invested in cramming in as much as possible into a single show, they are invested in telling stories over a long time. And therefore, you don't need to do that last night. You can have this shock because guess what? Now all of us are having conversations just like this of, well, what is Cody going to do? Is he going to be here? Is he going to be there? Oh my goodness, this is terrible because of that. They don't care.
It is terrible. Boo.
Well, it's not terrible until you know exactly what's going to happen. We don't know.
I already know. I can tell you.
We don't.
Cody's going to go Monday night and challenge Seth because that's what they want.
I disagree. I disagree that he's going to challenge.
You're going to be wrong. Seth. When I'm sitting on your couch with your puppy and I'm petting him and Cody comes out and challenges Seth, I'm going to look at you and go,
But he said last night.
I think you should have to wear a dress for this opinion.
He said, no, you already lost. Nia Jax cost that to you. But he said last night, Cody said that he's coming for everything that Roman Reigns has. Right? That he is coming to take everything from Roman Reigns. He's still after that title. That doesn't, so you're he's going to challenge Seth. I don't think so. No, he's not challenging Seth.
What is he doing at WrestleMania? He's the biggest babyface in the company.
He's defending Roman's title against Gunther.
So you think it's going to happen at Elimination Chamber?
I think it's going to happen at Elimination Chamber.
Okay. I'll take that.
So that and if it doesn't, then people can say this is the worst, but I'm sorry, they've got a stacked roster and WrestleMania will be just fine. And you can say, oh, well, what do you do with your biggest babyface ever? Then Cody's not at WrestleMania this year.
That's asinine.
Why?
He's one of your biggest stars. You always put your biggest stars on the card. He's top 3 in the company. It would be Roman, Cody, right. Punk. Those would be the top 3. They would all be on WrestleMania. You're not leaving Cody Rhodes off WrestleMania.
But your theory right now is that Roman Reigns is not at Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber is one of your biggest shows of the year. How do you leave your top star off of the card there?
Because Australia has reported that he's not coming.
Right.
The Australian government has said he's not coming. So no, he's not on the card.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is if you're saying that you can't leave Cody Rhodes off the WrestleMania card, he's one of your top 3 guys in the company. Do not
compare Elimination Chamber to WrestleMania. You're going to make a fool out of yourself.
Hold on a second. I'm not comparing Elimination Chamber to WrestleMania. What I'm comparing is the fact that you're going to leave your top guy in the company, off of one of your biggest and most important.
They left him off Survivor Series. They leave him off half the events a year. That's his deal.
Why can't they leave Cody off WrestleMania?
That's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Why?
No, you don't do that. WrestleMania is the biggest event. They make hundreds of millions of dollars. He's one of their biggest stars, if not the biggest star, outside of Roman Reigns when he's there. And you don't leave him off WrestleMania. You don't give him a sideshow freaking match at WrestleMania. You don't do that.
But you just said they've already sold out WrestleMania. So
why? You're being ridiculous. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say in WrestlePool history. The single stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I'm not saying that they are going to do it.
That's exactly what you just said.
I said that I believe it's going to happen at Elimination Chamber, and Cody will defend the title.
He's not going to Elimination Chamber.
For now, things can change. You just explained that you believe this whole thing changed.
I do. And it's going to come out that it's
plans
true.
Change. So plans change. So why can't Roman go to Elimination Chamber now?
So you don't think that that's not going to be a title match at Mania? You
Roman
don't think that's not what? Yeah.
No, it's for the head of the table.
Yeah, I think it's a title match now.
It should not be a title match. It should 100% not be a title match. It should be for the head of the table.
This is AEW level boneheadedness by WWE. This is very oh, look who it is.
Yeah, no. I think there's a lot of different ways that you can go. I don't think that I think that all of them are fine. I have no problem.
Your opinion was not fine today.
My opinion is perfectly fine. It's an opinion, so it can't not be not fine. Like, it's an opinion. It's not like it's fact.
They
like
screwed this up. They completely botched this up.
I disagree.
From the Royal Rumble till now. And if it happens at Elimination Chamber and I'm wrong, cool. But it's not. There's no doubt.
We'll see. We shall see. Well, we're gonna have to wait to find out, but I don't think it's Seth. I think that's what happens. If plans are changing as drastically as you're talking about, then I believe that this happens at Elimination Chamber. The plans change. Cody and Roman happens at Elimination Chamber. Cody wins the title from Roman there, and then The Rock and Roman happens at WrestleMania. And that's not for a title. That's for the head of the table. And then we go from there. But if it's not that, if that's not what happens, then Cody and Seth will be a great match. I get it. You feel like it's a sideshow, all that stuff. Cool. But Cody and Seth will be a great match. We've often talked about that Cody wasn't even winning this year at WrestleMania. The theory for the longest time has been that Cody wasn't even going to win the belt from Roman this year at WrestleMania, because if he's doing the hard time story from what Dusty did, he's got to go one more year to get to WrestleMania 41, and that's where he finishes the story, right? Like, we've talked about them doing that in the past, and that for the longest time was like, yeah, that's probably what they're going to do. Is he's got to wrestle Roman 3 times at WrestleMania.
But you still do the match. The Royal Rumble winner picks his opponent. This year's Royal Rumble winner, if the Elimination Chamber thing happens, cool. Right. But I don't see it. There has been nothing to say that Roman's going to be there. Roman doesn't work those shows. He's going to go to WrestleMania, and Cody just has to wait. Now, this goes to 41, maybe even 42.
Right.
No, it's just not going to happen.
I mean, we're gonna, and this is why I love it. This is why I'm happy about it.
I can't stand it. And I know
don't know.
I'm going to watch and I'm going to crap on Rock Roman every chance I get. I am completely ticked off. I'm going to spend the next 63 days crapping on this match.
I can understand the frustration, but for me, I like the unpredictability of it. I enjoy the fact that we don't know what's going to happen. We don't. There are so many different ways that this can go. There are so many different ways that they can take this. And
I hope Cody goes back to AEW.
Oh, don't why? So that he could get buried in a roster and never be on.
Yeah,
TV?
at least we'll expect it.
You're saying silly things.
Just complete panic mode by WWE. That's where I stand. This is all because of Vince and the lawsuit. They wanted good PR. Endeavor needs to change the narrative around WWE. They stepped in.
We'll have to wait to find out. But in lighter news, anything else? Let's get into anything else from SmackDown that got you as good as that did, because that seems to have really got you going.
I hated it. That was a great night.
But I
can't think of anything now because I'm aggravated. I was aggravated all night. I watched like 3 different wrestling live shows after, and it just got me more aggravated.
Yeah. Well, I was very happy with the Logan Paul KO interaction. The intelligent referee was back.
Referee 2.0.
Referee
They're coming.
So I was happy with that. I know Nick Aldis next Friday is announcing Logan Paul's next challenger.
And we got Naomi and Tiffy time.
And we got some Tiffy time on SmackDown. I was very excited to see Tiffany Stratton, and I thought she did a great job. Her and Mia Yim, good. She's amazing. And put her in that ring with Mia Yim, Michin. That was a great first match for her on SmackDown. Yeah. I'm excited to see what she's going to do on SmackDown. I said it last night. My personal opinion is that when Bayley wins the title from EO at WrestleMania,
yeah,
she should be Bayley's first challenger.
They should leave Tiffany Stratton off WrestleMania.
They should. Tiffany's not ready for WrestleMania.
Nobody's ready for WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes is not ready for WrestleMania.
Cody Rhodes isn't ready for WrestleMania. They should leave him off.
I wish I was in control of this live. I'd put a big X over your face.
All right, and with that, why don't you take us out here, Hoja?
Chris is wrong. I'm right, but he's very smart, so we'll listen to him. So this was our reaction to SmackDown last night. Give us your thoughts in the comments below. Again, we're going to start going live post-show for Raw, Dynamite, NXT, and SmackDown going forward. I'm just having some technical difficulties trying to get it all set up. We appreciate you watching this morning. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you next week with our WrestleMania 40 predictions that completely crap the bed and our weekly review. So, for life, peace out, WrestlePool. We'll talk to you again.